Fight against oppression. Fight to be heard. There are so many different cases of this throughout the world. Whether it's governments oppressing their people, people in their own countries oppressing other people because of their skin color or their gender or their orientation. Even in fiction, there are so many different depictions of this. Let's look at Dragon Ball, for instance. Frieza and the Frieza race, aka Frieza and his family. All of them used their power and their influence to build an entire force. And they used that force to then control the galaxy. They used it to oppress the Saiyans, the Namekians, anyone who they knew they had power over, in order to not just have them live in fear, but in order to also have them be controlled. When Frieza was looking for the Dragon Balls, he made it very clear to the Namekians, I have the power here and you don't. And you're gonna give me what I want, or no more. In Seven Deadly Sins, there are some cases of this. You could argue that the Supreme Deity and the Demon King, in their own way, were both oppressing their own people if they didn't do what they were told. You could also argue that the angels were oppressing the demons by giving them a label of all the demons are bad, even the demons who didn't do anything. Oppression is real. Oppression is all around us when you actually look at it. Because we say that everyone is created equal. Everyone should be equal. But how much do we really live by that? In the history of the US, if you look it up, and it's also depicted in the media, if you're an African American, you're treated as lesser than. You're beaten by cops. You're beaten by regular everyday people just because you're black. If you're black, you're seen as a criminal. You're seen as lesser than. And it's not just black people. Go back to World War II and look at what happened when Hitler was around, when Stalin was around, Mussolini. All of these people who wanted power and weren't afraid to step on anyone they needed to step on to get that power, oppressing them within the process. And now look at the current day, where the same thing is happening. And when people speak up and speak out, they get hurt or they're never heard from again. It's a cycle. It continues. And the quieter we are about it, the more we stay silent while it continues, the worse it's going to get. The bigger the problem is going to become. But the more we make our voices heard, the more we speak up, the more we might actually be able to create a solution. Will that solution stick forever? Probably not. That's how life goes. But let me ask you this. Even if it were to continue again, would you be okay knowing that when you were around, you did nothing to try to fight against it? It doesn't matter if you're black or white, Latino. At the end of the day, we all have one thing in common. We are all humans. We all breathe the same way. We all do things maybe the same way, not entirely, but at the end of the day, everyone's doing the same thing, just trying to survive. Look out for each other. That's what we should be doing. Helping each other, not oppressing each other. Making sure that all of us have the same opportunities. So, if you are being oppressed, fight it. If you aren't, but you are seeing someone being oppressed, or maybe you're the one who's doing the oppressing, take a good look in the mirror. Would you like it if it happened to you? Because in this day and age, in this world that we live in, we don't know what's going to happen next. And it could very well happen to you for any reason if someone deems it necessary and deems it fit to happen. So become a part of the solution. Stop being a part of the problem. Fight with the right cause. Fight for the right cause. Make the world a better place, one person at a time. You can do this. All you have to do is believe in yourself. And on top of believing in yourself, think about what the right thing truly is. Follow your heart. You'll know exactly what that is. Maybe not right at first, but eventually you will. When people are oppressed, they don't end up having the same opportunities because those opportunities are taken away from them. And ask yourself, is that fair? Is that right? Would it be right if it happened to me? If the answer is no, then why should it be right to happen to someone else? The fight continues. But the fight can only continue in a better way if we all look ourselves in the mirror and realize what we need to do and realize what side we actually need to be on. Fight against oppression. Fight for the rights of everyone. Fight for a change.